Namaskara. This is a presentation on the Dvitiya Vibhakti usage on pronouns with past tense. We have already done the Prathama Vibhakti with past tense. This is the Dvitiya Vibhakti. So, just a quick intro on the usage of the Dvitiya Vibhakti. It is used to point the direct object in a sentence. Okay, what is a direct object? So we'll just take the English sentence example and then quickly define various parts of speech. So Rama killed Ravana. So Rama is the subject, Ravana is the direct object, and kill is a verb. Now the direct object is nothing but what the subject is acting on is the direct object. Using the verb is your direct object, and the direct object, which is a noun, is the one that is going to take the Dvitiya Vibhakti, which in Kannada is the suffix annu, and in spoken Kannada it will be anna. Okay, so then Rama killed Ravana to save Sita, right? Rama is subject, Ravana is direct object, then kill is a verb, Sita is the indirect object because Sita is benefiting from the action. So so Sita is the indirect object. We'll talk about indirect objects. Indirect object will be the Chaturthi Vibhakti. We'll get to that. Then Rama killed Ravana with a bow to save Sita. With a bow, right? The bow will be your instrumental case, which is the Tritiya Vibhakti. We'll talk about that also in the next sessions. So this session is purely for Dvitiya Vibhakti usage. And just like the first session, I'll be taking the Nanu pronoun and then apply the Dvitiya Vibhakti to it. Okay, so he made me friend in Facebook. Let me turn on the laser pointer. Okay, so he made me friend in Facebook. ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ. ರೈಟ್, ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು is your Dvitiya Vibhakti. Nanu becomes nannannu, and in colloquial form it will be nannanna. ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನ ಫೇಸ್ಬುಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ friend ಮಾಡಿದ. ನನ್ನನ್ನು will become ನನ್ನನ್ನ. The who will not be there in spoken. Written form will have it. Okay, ನನ್ನನ್ನು is your me in English. She saw me on the stage. Okay, ಅವಳು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಳು. ವೇದಿಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ stage. What you call the platform stage where you have drama or speech or whatever, that stage. Okay, that's called ವೇದಿಕೆ. So ಅವಳು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದಳು. She saw me, right? So she is doing the seeing action of me, right? That's why I'm the object of being seen. So that's why ನನ್ನನ್ನು. They told me to leave. ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಹೊರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಹೊರಡು is to leave, to start a journey. To leave a place is called ಹೊರಡು, right? ಹೊರಡಕ್ಕೆ. So this akke suffix is the infinitive mode where you say to leave, right? To do, ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. To see, ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ, right? This to and then the verb, right? What we call as the infinitive form of the verb. In Kannada, you just add akke to it, to the verb. So ಹೊರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. So they told me to leave. So ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಹೊರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದರು. So that's your ನನ್ನನ್ನು. Okay. You asked me to sing. ನೀವು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಹಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. So you asked me to sing. So ನೀವು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಹಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದಿರಿ. So ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. So ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. You asked. Who did you ask? ನನ್ನನ್ನು. You asked me. Right? So that's your object of the sentence. ಹಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. To do what? To sing. So ನೀವು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. ನೀವು ಯಾರನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ? ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದಿರಿ. You asked me. You didn't ask somebody else. Right? You asked me. So that's why ನೀವು is your subject. Kelu is your verb. This nannanu is your object of the sentence. So finding the object of a sentence is very easy. You just see what the subject is doing an action, and the action is done on what noun. That noun is your object, and that object needs to have the annu suffix in Kannada. He sent me to a comfortable place. ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಆರಾಮಾದ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಕಳಿಸಿದ. Right? ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಆರಾಮಾದ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ to the place, to a comfortable place. So that's why to a place, right? ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ. ಕಳಿಸಿದ he sent. So ಆರಾಮಾದ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ means comfortable place. Arama means calm and comfortable, cool. Like that. That's your arama. Nanu aramagiddini. It means that I'm comfortable. I'm okay. Like that. Right? Aramada jagakke kalisida. Then here I've given this. We have this verb in our list called tilisu, right? In our 15 verbs, which is to inform. But I couldn't figure out any sentence that I can make with tilisu and nannannu. Right? So that's why I left it. Then owner showed me to the tenants. Right? ಮನೆ ಯಜಮಾನರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಬಾಡಿಗೆದಾರರಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದರು. So the owner showed me to the tenants. So the owner is doing an action on me. That's why me is the object. So mane yajamanaru. Mane is house. Yajamanaru means boss, the owner. Mane yajamanaru is also in villages. The husband is also called yajamanaru. Okay. The wife calls the husband as a yajamanaru. So mane yajamanaru nannannu ಬಾಡಿಗೆದಾರರಿಗೆ. Tenant is ಬಾಡಿಗೆ. ಬಾಡಿಗೆ means rent. Okay, ಬಾಡಿಗೆದಾರರು means the one who is paying rent, which is a tenant. ಬಾಡಿಗೆದಾರರಿಗೆ, to the tenant, right? So ಬಾಡಿಗೆದಾರರಿಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದರು, showed. He asked me to stay in his house. ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅವರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದರು. To stay. That's why ಇರಕ್ಕೆ. The K is come. ಇರಕ್ಕೆ. Right? ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಅವರ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ in his house ಇರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿದರು. He asked me to stay in his house. She became tired calling me. ಅವಳು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಸ್ತು ಆದಳು. Right? ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಸ್ತು, tired ಆದಳು. Right? ನನ್ನನ್ನು. He went without seeing me. ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ನೋಡದೆ ಹೋದನು. So this ನೋಡದೆ, right? ನೋಡು, ನೋಡದೆ. That's how in Kannada you add this without. So for example, maadu, do. Without doing is what? Madade. Right? Maadu, madade. Nodu, nodade. For example, tinnu is eat. Without eating, tinnade. So that ade is your suffix that you add to a verb to get the equivalent of without doing that action. Right? Tinnade. For example, not going. To go is hogu. Without going is what? Hogade. Okay. So that's your here nodade. He went without seeing me. Right? Nannannu nodade hodanu. So this nodu is the action that this person is doing. Avanu is the subject doing nodu. On who? Me. He actually the lack of it, meaning he did not see. The not seeing also is doing on me. So I am the object. Okay, next page. He came to see me. Avanu nannannu nodakke banda. To see me. To see, nodakke. Purpose. Then you add this akke. ಅವನು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ. She brought me to a posh restaurant. ಅವಳು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮೇಲ್ವರ್ಗದ ಊಟ ಮನೆಗೆ ತಂದಳು. ಅವಳು ನನ್ನನ್ನು, so she brought me. So she did the doing of she did the action of bringing on the whose object me to a posh restaurant. Right? ಅವಳು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಮೇಲ್ವರ್ಗದ ಊಟ ಮನೆ. ಊಟ ಮನೆ means restaurant. ಮೇಲ್ವರ್ಗ means posh, rich. Right? Male varga means high class, more like high class restaurant we say, right? So that's what male varga means class. Melu is up, upper class. Male vargada uta manege tandalu. He took me in his shoulders. ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತನ್ನ ಹೆಗಲಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡ. ಹೆಗಲು shoulder. So ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತನ್ನ, so ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತನ್ನ, this tanna links to the subject. The subject's the shoulders. Okay, that's why tanna. She bonded me with her affection. ಅವಳು ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿದಳು. ರೈಟ್, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ, with her ಪ್ರೀತಿ, ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕಿದಳು. ಕಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕು is to bond somebody. Kattu is tie. Haku, tie and put, literally it means bond. Okay, to arrest somebody. With her affection, ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ, with her affection. My father held me in one hand. ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ ನನ್ನನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದರು. ಕೈ is a hand. ಒಂದು is one hand. ನನ್ನ ತಂದೆ, ತಂದೆ means father. ನನ್ನನ್ನು, me, ಒಂದು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ, one hand, ಹಿಡಿದರು, hold. He held me in one hand. Okay, so these are the sentence and this is your ನನ್ನನ್ನು. I hope it is clear. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.